So we're here today to talk about adding IPTV, or cable television that's using internet protocol, to a room in the house where we don't have a way to easily do that. So what we're doing is we're talking about PCN Technology's Conductive Media Communication Module, which is going to allow us to use our TV service that's in the living room, and we're going to add a second TV with service through the same IPTV over the loft above us. So we're going to talk about what's in the box. So I opened up the box. This is all the solution that we're going to talk about is coming from PCN. We have a power cord that plugs into the power of the conductive media module. We have an Ethernet cable, and we have a telephone adapter cable. Now in this particular installation, this home has cable access to the living room, but it doesn't have anything to the upstairs. But it does have phone jacks. So what we're going to be using is the phones in the house are active on line 1. So we have our standard landline that has phone service to the house. But line 2 is not active and not being used in the home. So we have a line 2 telephone adapter that's going to plug directly into the PCN module. So we're going to talk about how to do that. We're going to do that in the living room to get access, and then we're going to go upstairs and have the new TV use another one of the modules to get cable TV through the service that's already here in the house. So the first connection we're going to do, as we pulled the cables out of the box, we have an Ethernet cable that in this case we're using this happens to be AT&T UVerse service, which is an IPTV, cable TV service and internet that happens to have Ethernet jacks right on the back. So typically people would use their wireless access in their house, but in this case we're using a direct wireline access right on the back of the server that comes with the UVerse service. So I plugged in the Ethernet cable. On the side of the PCN module we have Ethernet jacks. I'm going to plug into the center jack. Now we have Ethernet connection. Now at this point what we have is a server that's actually been activated for the data. Now we're going to apply power. So what I've done is I've plugged in my power to the wall, and it comes with this power cord that you just plug in to get power, which lights up on the PCN module. And then the last connection, which is what we happen to be using in this case, the wires that we're going to communicate over are using the telephone adapter jack that uses line 2 wires in the building, and we will plug this into the BB bus connection. So the BB bus is the broadband bus that actually carries Ethernet signals through the conductive media wire, in this case the phone wires, and it's going to go upstairs to another PCN module to move our cable TV access and internet data to the upstairs loft. So let's go upstairs and see what we do on the other side.
And we are rolling, so whenever you're ready.
So we've wired up the connections at the server, which provides the cable TV and internet access. Now we're going to just remove the view of this module to where we can just set the module back behind the television and no one will know it's even there.
Shot of the box, blinking away.
So now that we have everything wired, we're just going to check the downstairs TV and see if we have everything hooked up correctly and wired. So now we see that the TV is active and the AT&T UVerse signal is getting to the downstairs TV. So now we're in the upstairs loft where we want to add TV service to allow watching of the TV in the loft area, which doesn't have access to cable TV. So the way this particular room is set up, there happens to be a phone jack that's already located here, and we're actually going to use the existing building wires to pull the signal to the PCN communication module that has the cables all ready to go. So what I want to show you is what we have set up, plugged into the wall is power. Then we have a set-top box that is actually ready to be active for AT&T UVerse. So this is IPTV, cable TV. So we have an internet cable, Ethernet, that goes from the set-top box. We're going to plug that in. We're going to use the center jack on the PCN module. We're going to take the cable that is the phone adapter cable that uses line 2 wiring, and we're going to plug this into the BB bus, the broadband bus jack on the PCN module, and then we're going to apply power. So we see the lights come on the module, and I'm just going to put the module in the cabinet so that it's tucked away. And now we're going to see if we have access to our television. So what we can see is we have the same channel we were watching downstairs is actually coming in high definition through the set-top box that's getting its signals through the PCN conductive media communication module. So we're done. We have TV installed and my wife can watch TV tonight in her loft.